Hey my beautiful Gemini peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Ant from CancerMoonsTarot and I'm coming at you with your July 2023 tarot reading. How are you? I hope all is well. Before we start guys, if you're interested in personal readings, products, and so much more, feel free to check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. It's going to be the first link in the description below. But Gemini, how are you? I hope you're doing well. And let's see what we got going on here for July 2023. So what do we got showing up here for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout the month here of July. What information is going to be showing up here, please, for the lovely Gemini gang? Let's go ahead and check it out. Starting out with the overall energy, we do have the Two of Pentacles coming into play here for you. Taking a look at the current energy, we have the Chariot, what you'll be dealing with, Queen of Pentacles, and looking at the current outcome for July, we do have here a Knight of Pentacles in the upright position as well. So taking a look here into your current circumstances, right? We do have here that Two of Pentacles being the overall energy. Something feels very inconsistent coming into the month of July here. It could be anything. It could be work. It could be a relationship. Keep in mind, it doesn't have to be romantic or not. It could be about a friend or a family member, but you're definitely seeming like you're in the space where there's a lot of inconsistency showing up. You know, looking at the current energy for you in July, it's like you're trying really hard here with the Chariot to figure out how we're going to go forward from here, how we're going to create and generate stability, because there's been so much inconsistency. But when I look at what it is you're dealing with here, Queen of Pentacles, I kind of get the feeling here that you're offering solutions. You're putting in the time and putting in the work here to get to a stable place. And looking at the current outcome here, at least, Knight of Pentacles, it's like we're slowly but surely getting there. But the thing is here is that it's very slow. Like it feels like this energy of consistency is taking quite a lot of time. Knight of Pentacles is basically what's known as like the slowest card in the tarot. So with that being said here, it feels like things are just moving very, very, very slow. Now, how does Gemini feel about this very slow moving energy towards stability? Page of Coins here, and we have the King of Swords. I feel like you're in it for the ride at the end of the day, even if it's going to take time, even if it's going to take a while. I do feel like you are committed here to making sure that stability gets created. So you could be looking for the stability within maybe your finances. Some of you guys could be working on financial stability, and it's like, hey, even if things are moving slow, even if it's taking me a while to get there, at least it's happening, right? So I feel like you're very grateful to see things turning around here, which I love for you. I do see though that despite what your situation may be, right, like this could be about a relationship, maybe things have been really inconsistent between you and somebody else, but hey, at least they're getting better. So you're staying really committed here to the vision of turning a Knight of Pentacles into a King of Pentacles, making something that's taking a while to get stable to becoming the ultimate stability is what I'm seeing going on here for you. Now, what is the challenge for the month here for Geminis? What's showing up in their challenge position? We have here 10 of Pentacles coming into play, which once again, not only is the King of Pentacles the card of the most ultimate stability, but so is the 10 of Pentacles here too. So with that being said here, the challenge is to get to that point. I think that's, you know, really where you're trying to go. Why does Gemini feel so inconsistent though? Let's try to get some information here on this inconsistency. Tell me about the Two of Pentacles. Why is Gemini feeling so inconsistent coming into July? We have a Seven of Wands coming out. We also have here the Four of Pentacles, and we have here the Lovers coming out as well, which is the card that represents the zodiac of Gemini. So Seven of Wands here, you know, it's a card here that represents that you are feeling like you need to block something, push people away. It is the card of being on the defense. I think you're trying to push yourself to get out of your comfort zone, and it's been hard to adjust. That's why I think there's been inconsistent energy showing up here in your energy, because I'm trying so hard to push myself into being out of my shell, and I'm trying to push myself to be out of my comfort zone. But the Lover's card, I can't help but love feeling that energy of comfort. And it's honestly true. I think everybody loves that energy of comfort. But when you're in an environment where you're so comfortable for so long, it's so hard to attain and to achieve growth. Because when we're stuck in a place of comfort, we're not necessarily growing, we're sitting back, we're relaxing in our current circumstances and environment. It can be very easy to get comfortable in situations, but it also could be very easy to get comfortable in situations that aren't benefiting you, right? It could be very easy to get comfortable with living paycheck to paycheck. Even though there's a big part of you that wants to strive to make more money, to be more financially stable, as long as you know that you're paying the bills, it's kind of like, why strive for more? You know, at least I'm getting everything taken care of. It can be very easy to fall into a habit of drinking, right? Like I'm just going to have one beer a day, and then, you know, it turns into 2, 3, 4, 5, a whole pack a day. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it can be very easy to slip into comfortable environments that have negative consequences. Because for example, going back to the first part, right? If you're living paycheck to paycheck, what happens if there's an unexpected emergency and you don't have that money saved up? Maybe you have to pay off a hospital bill. Maybe you have to pay off an appointment bill. And it's like, I don't have that money there. So there are situations that can be comfortable and survivable, but then there can be negative consequences that are associated with it. And I think that that's kind of where you're at, Gems. That's the inconsistency showing up. It's like there is a bitter but sweet feeling. That's what I think it more resonates with for many of you. It's like there is a positive aspect of what I have in my life, but there definitely is a negative aspect happening here. And I don't feel like I have the best of both worlds, I don't want that negative aspect weighing on me anymore. I want it to be gone. So it's a slow but steady change. And I think that it's been a challenge to get to that ultimate stability position, but you're working to get there. And I'm proud to see you guys working to get there. Depending on whatever your situation may be. All right. What can Geminis expect throughout the rest here of July? 6 of Coins coming out here for you. So you are definitely going to get into a much more balanced space. I think that's something to expect for sure. More balance. You're looking very good here when it does come towards getting yourself together, staying on schedule, really putting the work in. Remember, what you put out is what you get back. And because you're very conscious of that and mindful of that, you're making sure to put forth a lot of work and effort. And what's going to be the overall outcome of the month here of July? And we have here the Knight of Wands. So things are going to be changing. I feel like the way you are perceiving everything, the type of energy you're bringing to the table, it's going to be an entire transformation in comparison to where you were before. So Geminis, I feel like the main message here is like you started out in July, like getting very comfortable with an environment that has a negative consequence, right? So you're comfortable with this environment, but there is some sort of negative aspect to it. I do see you're waking up to that negative aspect. You're like, I don't want to live like this. I don't think that it's going to benefit me having this negative aspect weighing over me. So with that being said, I'm comfortable in this environment, but it's not doing the best thing it could for me, right? So with that being said, I want to go ahead here, Knight of Pentacles, focus on creating more stability in my life. It's a little bit of a struggle, 10 of Pentacles, to find that ultimate stability, but I'm striving for it. 6 of Pentacles, I'm putting in the work. What I give is what I get back. Knight of Wands, your perspective here is changing. So it's not about being comfortable anymore, but it's about striving for growth here, moving throughout the rest of your month of July. Now let's have a look here and see what's going to be the best advice that I can give Geminis moving throughout their month. What's going to be some of the best advice that I can give to Gemini from the universe moving throughout the rest of July 2023. First card out is going to be the Ace of Wands. Next card here is going to go ahead and be the 9 of Cups. Then we have here the 9 of Swords, and we have here the 3 of Wands. I think that doing shit that absolutely scares you sometimes can have a really, really positive benefit of creating growth. A lot of the time, the reasoning why we're not growing in our lives is because we're very fearful of going after a situation, going for something. We're usually fearful of failure. I get the feeling here, Gemini, that the universe is trying to say to you, sitting in a spot that's going to make you comfortable, 9 of Cups, is what's not going to bring you in this growth. 9 of Swords, do something that challenges you. Do something that creeps you out a little bit or scares you a little bit, right? Because overcoming fears is not only growth within itself, but it is basically expanding your experiences of what you can do. Let's say, for example, there's a job opportunity on the line, but you're nervous that you're going to fail, or you're nervous that you're not going to be good enough for this job. Well, you're never going to know unless you see what's on the other side. So fuck fear, hop right into it, run towards the fear instead. And guess what? It may turn out that you're amazing at this new job that's coming in for you, and there was nothing to be so scared about the entire time. So I definitely feel like if you have anything that you're nervous about or anything you're fearful of this month, universe is saying run towards the fear instead. Don't run to the comfort, 9 of Cups. Don't run to the place you're going to enjoy and love. Run after or run towards what it is you fear, because breaking those barriers of fear is going to create new experiences for you and open up doorways for new opportunities. So I like that idea. And I try to do that as much as I can in my life. Like, there is tons of things that do freak me out, or tons of new types of situations I've never done before that make me a little nervous to try. But when I dive into it, I break away that fear and it gives me more opportunities in life. So run towards the fear. Don't run towards the comfort is what the universe here is saying. Now, we have here an Ace of Wands. We have here a 3 of Wands. You can't create new beginnings if you wait. is another message coming through here for you. The more you wait for things to happen, the more life passes you by, because things don't happen for you. You create what happens for you, right? So you manifest your circumstances. You will manifest your new beginnings. If you're sitting around waiting for something to happen, you're going to stay and remain in that energy of waiting. So universe is saying this is the time to act, be about action here. Ace of Wands coming into the month of July. If there's new situations and circumstances you desire to have, put your foot in the door and create them yourself, okay? Now, before we close off your reading here for the overall month of July, I would like to go ahead and see what the most important message is going to be that Geminis need to hear this month. This may be in correlation to everything we talked about, or it may be a completely random message, but let's see what it says. All right, what's going to be the most important message that Geminis need to hear coming into July 2023? What's the overall most important message? First card out, we got here the Page of Wands. Next card out here is going to be the Three of Cups. Then we have here the Ace of Swords. And lastly for you, we have here a Queen of Swords coming out as well. So Gemini, let's go ahead and unpack this and see what this message is saying. Now, Page of Wands, that is a card here of interest. It's a card here of having some kind of passion towards what you're dealing with. Three of Cups is a card here of joy. Ace of Swords is a card of clarity. Queen of Swords is a card of removal. You know, the way that I would piece this all together for you, Gemini, is that the most important thing that you need to know about the month of July is that if you start going towards what you're passionate about, not only are you going to enjoy yourself more, but you're going to see things more clearly. When you're in a space and time where you're doing things in your life that make you happy, when you're living a life that you're satisfied with, it really allows you to see what's good for you and what's not good for you. I think that ultimately for you, Geminis, having clarity this month is going to be incredibly important because it gives you the foresight to know what's negative and what's positive. So really focus on being as aware as you can be, as sharp as you can be here with the Ace of Swords. I'm definitely hearing for Geminis, if you haven't been getting good sleep, definitely improve your quality of sleep and your sleep hygiene, because that can help you be more sharp, more focused, and have more clarity to see things for what they are. Three of Cups showing up here for you with the Page of Wands. If you are interested in something that you do believe is going to bring forth joy, it's a time to go for it as well. But Queen of Swords coming into play here. This is a month for you where I think that if there's anything you need to cut the cord with, don't be afraid to do it, especially when it comes towards anything that has a negative effect. I know we mentioned here about being involved in a comfortable environment that, you know, has a negative aspect to it. I feel like anything that has a negative connotation or anything that has a tinge of negativity that can bring you down, this is the time to really detach from that and to really start embracing what are going to be the positives for you, what are going to bring in really great and abundant things for you, right? We have here the Two of Swords. We have here the Six of Cups. I'm hearing that maybe looking back at your past and reflecting can be a great way to help you make better choices. Two of Swords is representing choice. So you can take a look here into your past and use it as a reference guide in order to make better choices in your life moving into the month of July. But Page of Swords here to the Seven of Swords, you want to be aware of what is hurting you or what is hindering you at all costs, because it can be very easy to live life on autopilot and not see what's hindering you. So this is the month where you really open up your eyes, is what I'm feeling here. Judgment card. Your angels and your spirit guides are ready here to back you and support you, but you have to be willing to see. Okay, I'm getting that feeling here of like a third eye opening or a third eye awakening. This is going to be a month here of clarity and of foresight. So for any Geminis that are watching, you know, your entire month started out with you being in a comfortable place and starting to notice that that comfortability created a lot of negativity in a way, and maybe it wasn't such a good environment after all, and you're making a lot of changes accordingly, which is wonderful. But I think that what you're going to get out of July 2023 the most is the ability to see things clearly. I definitely think for some of you, you may be having a third eye awakening, and if so, great. That's a really wonderful time. But what I will say is you're going to look at life totally different than you ever have before. You know, in your past, maybe you didn't see things the way you will see it now. You know, you're like, whoa, like I didn't know that this habit was really this bad for me, or I didn't know that the way I behaved in this situation wasn't the best, or I was completely unaware what I was doing was hurting me instead of helping me, right? Even though you thought something might have been helping you instead of hurting you. So you're really going to start to uncover what's hurting you and hindering you at this time. And that gives you the opportunity to remove yourself from those situations and put yourself in a better place to do what is helping you versus what's hindering you. Okay? All right, gems. I hope you enjoy your July 2023. I appreciate you so much coming out here. Really, really means the most to me. Of course, if you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. I'd be more than happy to welcome you here into the Soul family. But gems, hope you enjoyed your reading here. And with that being said, guys, have a lovely month of July, and I will catch you all in the next video. Much love, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.